All right, so yay. What I'm seeing so far for you guys, very exciting energy, okay? Wheel of Fortune. So things are definitely changing, okay? They're definitely changing in your favor, okay, which is good, Libra, because we needed that change to happen, and we saw that slowly turning. So the wheel is slowly turning all around you. So you might start to see some things going in the up and up for some of you. If you haven't started to see that or feel that, this is what is to come. Now, Two of Cups, all right? There is a connection. So something is going to change here based on a connection that you have with someone, all right? And it's going to change for the better. So for some of you, you have some intuition when it comes to a particular person that you feel connected to. So some of you might be waking spiritually. Some of you might be wondering, is this person my soulmate? Is this my twin flame? Some of you are starting to awaken to the idea that someone around you, if you're not currently involved with someone, you might get the feeling that someone is coming, or maybe there's someone that you've been somewhat attached to. It could be a friendship, or it could be someone that you have been dating, but something has now changed mentally for you, and you are starting to see this connection for a true connection is what I'm seeing here. All right, so let's see. What is the foundation of this overall energy? Foundation, okay. All right. Yes. All right. So, Page of Wands. All right. So, there's been some expression here. I feel like for some of you, this has been some self-expression. Maybe you have now come to terms within yourself that you want to express something to someone, or maybe someone has expressed something to you, and this is what has this newfound intuition about this person and the connection you have. This could be for some of you that it definitely has already changed or will change, and someone will express how they feel about you. I also see that the Four of Pentacles is present. So a lot of times this does speak about, holding on to someone or guarding their heart. So someone, for some of you, that was guarding their heart. Now this could be you, Libra. You might have been guarding your heart, guarding your feelings from a past relationship, and couldn't see this new person or this relationship that you've kind of been in. Maybe you haven't been as expressive as you would like, or as they would have liked you to be. All right, so I see that you are starting to move out of that energy and wanting to express something, or someone that you've been dealing with is becoming more expressive and opening up and not holding back. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. Now, I'm also hearing that for some of you, okay, for some of you, you are wanting things to change within a connection, and you're wanting to express this, or you're wanting someone to express this towards you. But I do see that something here is definitely changing here. Either it's a mindset, or it's just circumstances where there's been some expression here. Okay, so let's just see, what is the outside energy? Okay, these flipped. Wow, there's a lot here. Okay, we're gonna take it though. And of course, you guys showed up in your own damn reading. You guys cracked me up. All right, so with the Justice card here, there is going to be some justice here coming from this person, this outside energy. If this isn't a person, this is the universe really putting things back into balance, okay? They are really making sure that things get back on the right track for you guys, which is great. Two of Pentacles, this talks about balance again. So balance, balance, balance. There is something here that needs to get more stable, needs to get more balanced. All right. Now, for some of you, this could be a decision that you guys needed to make between two individuals. This could be two individuals that you are kind of thinking of, and maybe you didn't see one particular person as the one that you knew for sure to be with, and maybe now you're waking up and you're actually starting to choose that one person. Okay, for some of you, this is choosing between work and love. You know, some of you have just been really in the mind frame of trying to become as prosperous as you could be. All right, and focusing on career and money and that sort of thing, and not really having much to do when it comes to connection and love and all that good stuff. So either way, there is going to be a justice here, either on the outside, the universe is manifesting, because when we have the Wheel of Fortune, this is things turning for the better. The universe is definitely on your side, because when we talk about the Wheel of Fortune, it's like that's how life goes. It's a constant wheel. So there's going to be some ups and there's going to be some downs. But for you, Libra, things are coming on the up and up, which is great. So the universe is definitely changing things, putting some things back into balance. Some of you are having to make choices to become more stable. And I feel like this is more stable within a connection. Maybe some of you need to choose love over career, or maybe you're now more financially stable and you feel like you can now focus on this connection or a connection with someone. Now, we do have the Devil card being present here. Like I said, there's a small group of you that I'm feeling may have been dealing with more than one person and not really sure who is going to be the one that you have a true connection with. So this is going to come into full balance here over this, because there was a temptation, and I feel like for some of you the temptation was either tempted by these two people, or there was one person in particular that you just felt really, really connected to, but you didn't know, is this just a physical attraction? And you might be awakening to the fact that this is, more of a soul connection here, a soulmate energy. But because you weren't really balanced, and some of you might not have been mentally balanced based on past experiences, you couldn't really see this for what it was. And now you're understanding that there was more to it. For some of you, you were dealing with someone that could have been your soulmate, okay? But you couldn't see this person fully because this other outside person, all right, had some type of temptation that you were drawn to. They were tempting you in some type of way, all right? So however that resonates, okay? We're also talking about, of course, codependency. So for some of you, you may feel very, very codependent on someone, or someone codependent on you. And maybe there is a choice between a karmic partner and a soulmate. So some of you might be releasing karmic relationships based on comfortability, based on knowing them for so long, whatever. There could be a karmic partner that you're attached to because of money. Maybe you feel in debt to someone because that person held you down financially for a period of time. And there wasn't really a true connection there, but you felt indebted to that person. All right. Some of you may have some form of addiction, where it could have been alcohol, drugs, that sort of thing. And that was keeping you from really seeing a connection here with someone. So if it's not a third party situation, it could just be toxic mindset or toxic behaviors that had this connection unable to go to the next level and had an imbalance here. But either way, this is coming to an end. Things are getting balanced here. All right. So I feel more so like the outside energy is not a person per se. I feel like this is the universe, the divine stepping in to get things into order. Now, this is very beautiful because then the King of Cups comes out here. So you are getting more stable. You're coming to the idea that, with the King of Cups, that energy, now this could be male or female. The energy of the King of Cups is someone that's really, really compassionate, really is romantic, likes the idea of being in a relationship, is very open and expressive when it comes to, matters of the heart and love and that sort of thing. So you are starting to open up and you're starting to be drawn to the idea of love in general. But I see here that either you have your eyes fixated on a particular person, or just the idea of love and what that would feel like to be in union with someone, okay? The Ace of Cups, again, this is truly, truly a love reading, because the Ace of Cups is, I really feel like someone is going to offer someone a very, very big cup of love here. I feel like it's you, Libra. I feel like you are coming to the realization that, you know, love is something that you're willing to explore right now. Now, this could be vice versa. There could be someone that you're dealing with that, again, has been kind of closed off, and they are starting to see you finally. Maybe they didn't see you clearly, and they are getting out of this toxic mindset or relationship or behavior, and they're going to come forward and offer you a cup of love. But there's definitely love going to be flowing here for some of you, either on the receiving or the giving end. So let's get some more information here. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have here. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm loving this outcome. Really, really am loving this. Okay. Because what I'm seeing here with the Four of Wands, we know that this, you know, for some of us, we look at this as the wedding card. Okay. This is the happy home, the happy relationship, possibly happy marriage, the kids, family as a whole. This is like complete harmony. This is free from any burdens. This is just like carefree loving. And, you know, and I feel like with the Two of Swords being next to this, there needs to be a decision. So for some of you, again, this comes down to a decision of this person, but not only this person, love itself. And how far do you want to take love? Is this, you know, I'm hearing that for some of you, you have been operating in situationships. It hasn't really been like full-fledged committed relationships, or you have been trying to be committed with someone and that someone is kind of like in and out, not for sure, or maybe you have been not for sure. You have had a lot of things going on in your life personally, Libra, with finances and just so many other things in career. So you haven't really been able to focus on love, but now it's like coming down to, you know, is love the answer for me? Now do I have time for love, you know? And I feel like for some of you, this is where we're at this point. And now it's decision time. How do I make this happen? That sort of thing. Okay. And for some of you, it's coming down to how do I make this happen and with who? Now I do see here the Nine of Swords. You are thinking about this so hardcore, Libra, that for some of you, you are having a little anxiety, some sleepless nights over this because it's decision time. And with any decision, of course, there could be a little anxiety because there's a change. And I always say anytime there's a change, good or bad, there's going to be a little bit of a shift in the everyday going on. So yes, naturally, you are going to have a little anxiety because you are now focused on this. Okay. Now, what is so beautiful? We did get the Ten of Cups. All right. So with the Ten of Cups, this is like you realizing now, I feel like for some of you, you're realizing now that love is really an important part of life for you. And you just want to make sure that the decision that you make is going to be someone that is truly your Ten of Cups. And I think that because you're wanting to make this decision, you're wanting to express this, you're wanting to move forward with this person, you are having anxiety. I just want to make sure that this person is my Ten of Cups, which is so funny because what sign was it that I did? It was Aries. Some of you might be dealing with an Aries because if you are dealing with an Aries, their title of their video was, "Is this your Ten of Cups?" So I just think that's so funny. But all in all, the Ace of Pentacles also came out as clarification for the outcome. So with that being said, you know, you will make a decision here, and this decision is going to be the right decision. So you do need to use your intuition, you know, and really, really know that things are changing because this is what needs to happen. This is a divine intervention. The universe is prompting this feeling of connectiveness with someone in particular, or just in general for some of you. So if you're not thinking of someone in particular, there could be just the idea of love, all right, and opening up to the idea of that. So here we go. And for some of you that are waiting for someone to express something, I do see that this is going to happen. There is going to be acknowledgement from the other person. And this person is needing to make a decision, all right? And this person is going to make a decision. It's almost like, you know, everybody just wants to make sure that they're making the right decision. And a lot of times, you know, we can't know for sure. We're working on trial and error most times, all right? And so I feel like some of you may have been walking away from having to make a decision. You've been putting your mindset elsewhere because you didn't want to make a decision. Some of you, this decision has been a long time coming, all right? So let's just see here what our angel advice is, how to move through this time, because this is definitely, yeah, it's definitely going to be a change here. All right, we got the teaching and learning card. Love this. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. Absolutely. We already know that, Libra, you guys go through a lot of ish in life. So a lot of times people do come to you for advice. And I feel like what you've gone through here in the last few years, for some of you, even the last few months, you have learned a lot of lessons. Some of you are dealing with karmic and soulmate and twin flame situations. And I feel like even above and beyond relationship wise, financial and self-esteem and confidence and getting up when you're knocked down. I mean, you guys have really pushed through this. A lot of you probably feel like you should have just went to the insane asylum, because it has really been an emotional roller coaster between money and relationships and family. I mean, it's just been one thing after another. But you have learned all of these things, right? They were teaching moments to you, and you will be able to teach others how to get past this. And this is what I'm seeing, okay? Just understand that this is a learning process, and whatever you learn here, Libra, I feel like you guys are going to be able to teach this to other people, how you got through all of this, all right? You also got take your power back. Love this. It says use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Yeah, I feel like this is what's happening, Libra. You are taking back your power. It's like you finally got over that long-awaited hump of like struggles, and now it's like you've gotten a little bit over. So now all you need to do is just keep going and take your power back. And I feel like this is what is happening here. The wheel has now turned. It's now pushed you up and above that struggle piece there. So let's see what the wisdom of the oracle has to say pertaining to this outcome. All right, let's see. Oh my God, y'all just keep showing up in your own reading. All right, before I go any further, I forgot to even look at this. The bottom of the deck, this is passion, okay? The passionate card. Whoever this person is that's going to come in for some of you, this is like really, really passionate energy here, all right? And then with the Temperance card, I also see that there's going to be a lot of healing, a lot of you know, balance again here. I'm hearing balance, and this is what you guys stand for. But what's killing me even more is we did get 3 cards here, and the first one is the To Be Fair card. This is what in my Wisdom of the Oracle deck, I call this the Libra Oracle, because this again is, you know, getting the scales balanced, okay? There's a lot. You guys are really showing up. Maybe some of you are dealing with another Libra, okay? And then we also have 2 other cards in reverse. Fork in the Road in reverse and the Y card in reverse. So I'm very interested to see what those have to say. Let's go ahead and dig in a little deeper here. Let's see. Let's see what this has to say. I like to read these verbatim. Okay, so let's do this. I feel like there's 2 messages here. I'm going to read. There's several different things in here, but I'm going to just point out a few here. So it says that life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from status to doing, from discovering to loving to letting go to being again. Life is a pendulum, swinging between all of these states. You will always swing back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. Absolutely. I told you, I feel like the universe, the divine, is all up in y'all's business, right? But this is what needed to happen. You guys needed a little help. I mean, who doesn't these days, right? So this is what I'm so excited about. And now we're going to take a look at the fork in the road, all right? Now, this is in reverse, so this is going to be interesting. I feel like for some of you, you had that stuck energy. I know for a fact you did. And so now I'm so excited to see that the fork in the road is in reverse. And let's get this message here, because I feel like there's been some movement. All right. So, all right. It says indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this time juncture, you cannot remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. This is so freaking important because remember, we said here, this decision needs to be made. We also said and acknowledged that with the Nine of Swords, there was going to be some anxiety about it. This card talks about that, having anxiety about making a decision and not making one. But then with this other oracle, it says, take your power back. So yes, all right, it's saying, if you look at this, to be fair, okay, to be fair to yourself and for some of you, for others, make the decision, all right? Make the decision. By not making a decision is a decision. All right. And sometimes when you don't speak up and say, no, this isn't what I want. Yes, this is what I want. And you say, I don't know. The other person will make the decision for you. Okay. So if you really want to be with someone in specific and you've been wanting to come forward towards them and you haven't done that, and for some of you, I'm hearing they have even asked you what you wanted and you haven't been able to articulate that. Guess what? That was your decision. That was your answer to them. To them, they heard, you don't want me. You're not ready. This isn't going anywhere. I'm out. Don't do that to yourself, especially if you know that you want to be with this person. I understand. There's a little anxiety. Do I have enough money? Is this really the one for me? All these things, okay? But in love and in life, it's all a risk. And it also talks about in this card, learning lessons, okay? We have learned so much already, haven't we, Libra?